What if the size of your paycheck had less to do with your job and everything to do with the way you think? What if the invisible beliefs living inside your mind were silently shaping your bank account, your opportunities, and the direction of your entire future? Most people spend their lives trying to earn more money by changing their circumstances, switching careers, chasing promotions, working longer hours, and hoping that someday success will finally arrive. But according to Napoleon Hill, the real secret has never been outside of you. It has always been inside your mind. Your thoughts are not harmless ideas drifting through your head. They are instructions. They shape your decisions, influence your habits, control your confidence, and determine the risks you're willing to take. And over time, those choices create your financial reality. Why do some people rise from nothing and build extraordinary wealth, while others with talent, education, and opportunity remain stuck? The answer often lies in one powerful truth: your income rarely exceeds your mindset for long. In this video, you will discover 5 life-changing lessons from Napoleon Hill that can completely transform the way you think and ultimately the way you earn. Stay with me until the end. Lesson 1. Your dominant thoughts create your reality. The bedrock of Napoleon Hill's philosophy is the profound realization that the human mind acts as a biological magnet. This isn't mere poetic imagery. It is a description of how our cognitive focus dictates our physical trajectory. Hill posited that our dominant thoughts act as a silent internal compass, constantly orienting our subconscious toward the people, circumstances, and resources that align with our internal dialogue. If you consistently dwell on the impossibility of wealth or the unfairness of the economy, you are effectively programming your brain to overlook every door that might lead to a different outcome. You become blind to opportunity because your mind is occupied with the validation of your own limitations. The reality you experience is not an objective truth, but a subjective projection of your most frequent mental patterns. When fear and scarcity dominate the mental landscape, the body follows suit with physiological hesitation. You might find yourself procrastinating on a crucial project, or perhaps you remain silent during a meeting where a bold idea could have changed your career. This isn't laziness. It is the natural byproduct of a mind convinced that failure is the only guaranteed result. These thoughts create a feedback loop. A belief in scarcity leads to timid actions which produce mediocre results, which then reinforce the original belief in scarcity. Breaking this cycle requires a radical and intentional audit of the mental content you consume and produce. To change your life, you must first become the relentless gatekeeper of your own mind, refusing entry to any thought that does not serve your ultimate objective. Conversely, when a person cultivates a mindset of abundance and growth, their reticular activating system RAS begins to function like a high-powered radar for opportunity. Hill observed that successful individuals don't necessarily have fewer problems, rather they have a different dominant thought pattern regarding those problems. Where the average person sees a wall, the growth-oriented mind sees a puzzle. This shift in perspective transforms the environment. You start noticing potential partnerships in casual conversations. You see market gaps in everyday frustrations. You find the energy to work when others are resting because your thoughts are fueled by the anticipation of success rather than the dread of loss. This is the magnetic quality Hill described. The world begins to rearrange itself to match the intensity of your focused intention. Your financial life is perhaps the most visible scoreboard of this internal conversation. Money is essentially a medium of exchange for value, and value is created through creative thought and confident action. If your internal conversation is one of unworthiness or just getting by, your income will inevitably plateau at the level of your self-image. To expand your bank account, you must first expand your mental concept of what is possible for you. This requires more than just occasional positive thinking. It requires a total immersion in the thoughts of the person you intend to become. You must think like a millionaire before the first million ever arrives in your account. By the time the wealth manifests in the physical world, it should feel like an old friend to your mind because you have already lived with it in your thoughts for years. Lesson 2. Definiteness of purpose attracts wealth. Hill's concept of definiteness of purpose is the antidote to the most common ailment of the modern worker, the drifter syndrome. Most people live in a state of vague wishing. They want to be rich, they want to be successful, or they want to be happy. However, the universe does not respond to vagueness. Hill argued that a hazy desire is like a ship without a rudder. It might have a powerful engine, but it will only travel in circles, eventually running out of fuel without ever reaching a port. Definiteness of purpose is the act of picking a specific destination and committing every ounce of your cognitive and physical energy to reaching it. It is the transition from I hope to I will, backed by a specific plan and a timeline that leaves no room for ambiguity. When your purpose is clear, your brain undergoes a remarkable transformation in efficiency. The human mind is bombarded with millions of bits of information every second, and without a definite purpose, it has no filter to determine what is relevant. When you define exactly how much wealth you want to acquire and what service you intend to give in return, you provide your subconscious with a high-definition filter. Suddenly, the noise of the world falls away. You stop wasting time on distractions that don't align with your goal because the cost of that distraction becomes painfully obvious. Clarity creates a psychological North Star that guides your decisions during moments of fatigue or confusion, ensuring that every step you take is a deliberate move toward your chosen legacy. Furthermore, definiteness of purpose generates a unique kind of personal charisma and authority that Hill called the mastermind potential. People are naturally drawn to those who know where they are going. When you speak and act with a clear sense of mission, you attract collaborators, investors, and mentors who want to be part of that momentum. Wealth is rarely a solo pursuit. It requires the cooperation of others. However, no one wants to follow a leader who is unsure of the path. By defining your purpose with surgical precision, you signal to the world that you are a person of consequence. This clarity acts as a beacon, drawing in the exact resources and people necessary to translate your mental blueprint into physical reality. The financial world rewards precision. If you ask a successful entrepreneur about their goals, they won't give you a rounded number or a someday estimate. They will give you a spreadsheet, a deadline, and a detailed description of the value they provide to earn that income. Hill insisted that wealth is an effect and the cause is the definite plan to provide a specific service or product. If you lack the wealth you desire, it is almost certainly because your plan is still in the vague stage. You must move past the fear of being wrong and pick a path. The irony is that even a flawed plan executed with definiteness is more likely to succeed than a perfect plan executed with hesitation. Clarity is the catalyst that turns the lead of a dream into the gold of an achievement. Lesson 3: Fear is the greatest income killer. Napoleon Hill identified 6 basic fears that haunt the human psyche, with the fear of poverty and the fear of criticism being the most lethal to one's earning potential. Fear is not just an emotion, it is an economic toxin that paralyzes the faculty of imagination. When you are operating from a place of fear, your brain's survival mode takes over, prioritizing safety and the status quo over innovation and risk-taking. In the modern economy, safety is often an illusion that masks stagnation. The person who is too afraid to lose what they have will never be able to reach for what they could become. This paralysis is why so many brilliant individuals remain stuck in mediocre roles, watching their potential wither away while others with less talent but more courage take the lead. The fear of criticism is perhaps the most insidious income killer because it operates under the guise of social awareness. We are social creatures, and the thought of being judged or mocked by our peers can feel like a threat to our very survival. This fear causes people to silence their most innovative ideas and conform to the average standards of their social circle. Hill noted that the majority of people live their entire lives trying to please neighbors, friends, and family members who aren't even paying attention. Every time you hold back a business proposal, a career move, or a creative endeavor because of what people might think, you are paying a criticism tax, a direct deduction from your future net worth that you will never get back. To conquer fear, one must realize that fear is a creation of the mind, often based on false evidence appearing real. Hill taught that the only way to dissipate fear is through directed action. Fear thrives in the space between the thought and the deed. The longer you wait to act, the larger the fear grows. However, the moment you commit to a course of action, the fear begins to shrink. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the realization that your purpose is more important than your discomfort. By leaning into the things that scare you, cold calling a prospect, investing in a new skill, or launching a venture, You build a courage muscle that eventually makes you immune to the paralysis that stops everyone else. Ultimately, your income is tied to the amount of uncertainty you are willing to navigate. High-value work and high-level entrepreneurship are inherently uncertain. They require you to step into the dark with the belief that you will find or build a floor. If you demand a guarantee before you move, you will find yourself waiting forever in the low-wage safety of the crowd. Hill's message was clear: you cannot be both fearful and wealthy. You must choose. By identifying your fears and systematically dismantling them through exposure and action, you remove the ceiling on your income. Breakthroughs are always found on the other side of a fear you were previously unwilling to face. Lesson 4: Your associations shape your financial future. Napoleon Hill was one of the first to popularize the idea that we are the average of the people we spend the most time with. He called this the mastermind principle. The idea that when two or more minds come together in a spirit of harmony toward a specific objective, they create a third mind that is greater than the sum of its parts. However, this principle works in both directions. If your primary associations are with people who are cynical, complacent, or financially illiterate, their mental vibrations will slowly but surely pull you down to their level. You will find yourself adopting their excuses, their spending habits, and their limited view of what is possible. Your environment is a silent programmer of your destiny. The influence of our social circle is often subtle. It manifests in the jokes we laugh at, the news we discuss, and the standards we set for ourselves. If everyone in your circle considers a $50,000 salary to be doing great, you will feel a subconscious pressure to stop striving once you reach that mark. You won't want to make them feel bad or act like you're better. This social gravity is one of the hardest forces to break. Conversely, when you enter a room where the floor is higher than your current ceiling, where people talk about millions as easily as others talk about hundreds, your brain is forced to upgrade its software. You realize that your impossible goals are actually someone else's daily routine. This exposure expands your wealth consciousness in a way that no book or seminar can match. Choosing your associations wisely does not mean being cold or elitist. It means being a responsible steward of your own potential. Hill suggested that we should actively seek out a mastermind group of individuals who possess qualities we lack and who share our drive for excellence. These are the people who will hold you accountable, challenge your weak arguments, and introduce you to new ways of thinking. A true mastermind alliance creates a synergy where ideas are refined and resources are pooled, making the path to wealth much shorter and less treacherous. If you are the smartest and most ambitious person in your current circle, you are effectively in a room with no room to grow. Success leaves clues, and most of those clues are found in the habits and mindsets of successful people. By intentionally curating your associations both in person and through the mentors you follow digitally, you are choosing the standard for your life. Wealthy people tend to focus on assets, opportunities, and long-term vision, while the financially struggling tend to focus on liabilities, problems, and immediate gratification. Over time, you will inevitably mirror the focus of your tribe. Your financial future is not just determined by your hard work. It is determined by the collective wisdom and energy of the people you allow into your inner sanctum. Choose a circle that forces you to level up, or you will eventually level down to match the crowd. Lesson 5: Persistence turns thoughts into income. The final and perhaps most critical lesson from Hill is that persistence is the insurance policy of the successful. He observed that the vast majority of people fail not because they lack talent or opportunity, but because they quit at the first sign of opposition. Hill famously told the story of 3 feet from gold, where a miner gave up on his claim just a short distance from a massive vein of ore. This is a metaphor for the human condition. We often abandon our dreams right before the breakthrough occurs. Persistence is the ability to maintain the definiteness of purpose even when the dominant thoughts are being attacked by temporary defeat. It is the stubborn refusal to accept no as a permanent answer. Persistence is not just blind repetition. It is an active state of mind that requires constant fueling. It is supported by desire, self-reliance, and habit. Hill argued that the turn of the tide often comes precisely at the moment when one is tempted to give up. This is because the universe uses adversity as a testing ground to see who truly deserves the rewards they seek. Most people treat a setback as a sign to stop, but the persistent individual treats it as a sign to pivot or refine their strategy. In the journey toward wealth, failure is rarely a terminal event. It is usually a piece of feedback disguised as a disaster. Those who can harvest the lesson from the wreckage and keep moving are the ones who eventually claim the prize. The relationship between persistence and income is direct and measurable. In sales, in business, and in investing, the greatest rewards go to those who stay in the game long enough to benefit from the laws of probability and compounding. If you start a business and quit after 6 months because it wasn't working, you never give the market time to recognize your value or the compounding effect of your efforts to take hold. Persistence allows you to survive the gap between the investment of effort and the harvest of results. It is the bridge between the invisible thought and the tangible bank balance. Without it, even the most brilliant plan is nothing more than a fleeting fantasy. Ultimately, persistence is what transforms a person's character from that of a dreamer to that of a builder. Each time you push through a no, each time you work through a night of doubt, and each time you pick yourself up after a financial loss, you are hardening your resolve and sharpening your skills. This internal transformation is actually more valuable than the money itself, because once you have developed the habit of persistence, you possess a power that can never be taken away. You become the master of your fate. As Hill noted, riches do not respond to wishes, they respond only to definite plans backed by definite desires through constant persistence. The journey may start with a thought, but it is the unrelenting pursuit that cashes the check. At the end of the day, your income is not just a reflection of your profession, your education, or your circumstances. It is often a reflection of your mindset. The way you think influences the choices you make, the opportunities you notice, the risks you take, and the standards you accept. Napoleon Hill understood something most people never fully realize. Wealth begins in the mind before it ever appears in the bank account. Before success becomes visible in your life, it must first become believable in your thoughts. If you want to earn more, think bigger. If you want to live differently, believe differently. If you want extraordinary results, develop an extraordinary mindset. Your thoughts today are creating your financial reality tomorrow. So ask yourself, what beliefs have been limiting my income? What fears have been holding me back? And what new mindset must I adopt to create the life I truly deserve? The moment you change the way you think, you begin changing the way you live. And perhaps the greatest investment you'll ever make is investing in the power of your own mind. Your future income is already being shaped by the thoughts you choose today.